Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to another webinar by Royal Cyber. So first we have with us Pat Sampson, SAP Commerce Director with over 20 years experience in the commerce industry, working for a variety of software vendors and product information management, CPQ, merchandising, and recommendations. Then we have with us Hans Swanson, Web Development Manager at Omega Engineering. He has over 11 years experience in the e-commerce space. Our team here at Royal Cyber have been fortunate enough to work with him on a daily basis, and we couldn't be happier to have him here with us. And lastly, myself, David Alman, the hybris product manager for Royal Cyber. I love working here with the e-commerce team at a company passionate about innovation, who truly care about fostering relationships with our clients. So thank you all again for being with us here today, and Pat will take over from here. Thank you again, Pat, for joining us.
Thank you, David. Glad to be here. Appreciate the time to be able to present. So as David said, I'm going to go through and we're going to talk about the SAP Commerce Cloud product. And just to give you a little background on SAP Commerce, we are the #1 global commerce product on the market, right? So 2,500 plus customers transacting over $500 billion through the commerce platform itself across a broad range of industries, across a bunch of global companies, right? So we support, B2B, B2C, all the different variations of B2B to X, direct to consumer, specialty industries like travel, public sector, things along those lines. So we've essentially hung our hat on the flexibility of the platform to deliver the experience that our customers need to deliver to their end consumers. So the Commerce Cloud solution itself, we're deploying in less than 5 months' time now, so we're continually working to improve that. We do have customers that have deployed in as little as 2 weeks. And this is a part of the core platform itself, to kind of out-of-the-box storefronts we deliver to deliver a best practices starting point for our customers to deploy an MVP product out to their own customers. We have led Gartner's Magic Quadrant for 5 years in a row for digital commerce. As well, we've been named a leader in Forrester's evaluation for B2B and B2C commerce waves for multiple years as well. So, we're well recognized within the industry, large customer base, able to run everything from very small customers to tens of millions in revenue, up to $150, $200 billion in revenue running through the platform. So a very broad application sphere for the commerce solution. Right. So it's kind of the industries that we're seeing in the marketplace is and this has changed rapidly over the last few years, and even in light of the COVID-19 issues that are going on today, and are the reason why we're not meeting face to face today, is obviously convenience is king. Right, so customers need to be able to interact with their customers, on the customer's terms. Whether it's a mobile device, whether it's tablets, whether it's desktop, you need to be able to take and deliver an experience. You need to be able to recognize that consumer across multiple experience, multiple device types, and you need to be able to take and personalize across all those experiences. So that is one of the key pieces that we're delivering with the commerce platform, being able to take in, deliver mobile, headless user interfaces, being able to take in, deliver an agile platform for you to innovate and provide whatever experience you need to provide to your customers, as well as be able to deliver AI ML solutions so that I can do dynamic personalization, contextual personalization, to make sure that I'm delivering the experience that my customer really needs to take and receive from my brand. All right. So, with Commerce Cloud, we've reinvented commerce again. So, obviously, the commerce product has a long history. We've been selling it in the cloud for almost 2 years now, our cloud version, but really we've gone through and really embraced this whole idea of everywhere commerce. So, we want to make every single interaction shoppable across the entire customer journey. And the way we're doing that is by, one, identifying all the customers' touch points across potentially multiple web properties in order to be able to take and deliver the appropriate experience to them and even close the loop on those experiences to make sure we're meeting the customer's expectations. And if we're not meeting their expectations, being able to take in, adjust ourselves on the fly to be able to take in, get to what our customer needs to be able to experience. So, the way we're doing this is obviously personalization. So, that's a kind of a core tenet of any commerce platform, being able to, deliver a personalized experience based on device type, based on profile, interaction history, those types of things. But ultimately to be able to develop or deliver it in an intelligent fashion. So gone are the days of building out, interaction, customer journey scenarios and maintaining large rule sets in order to deliver that personalization. Today, in today's environment, we need to be able to take and deliver this in an automated fashion, to leverage AI, machine learning, to be able to make sure that I can have the machine determine the appropriate recommendations, for example, or upsells to a customer, as opposed to having somebody having to build rule sets to determine what the appropriate recommendations should be. So in doing that, we're able to deliver, a perfect fit between you and your end customers. So the personal experience is obviously delivered, more and more, mobile is the device our customers are going to. You can leverage a progressive web app delivered as part of our commerce platform to be able to take and deliver that. Being able to personalize, leveraging that artificial intelligence, machine learning, and is actually monitor the experience quality. So I mentioned being able to close the loop. At each step within that customer's experience, I could potentially have an interaction point where I'm measuring satisfaction, where I'm determining whether I actually meet that customer's expectation of my interaction, of their interaction with me as an organization, to make sure that I'm not missing anything, I'm not leaving anything behind. And that's kind of the key piece from our commerce platform that we see is lacking in a lot of the other areas within the commerce industry, is actually being able to take and close the loop around the customer experience, learn from it, adapt, and be able to take advantage of what the customer is ultimately looking for. All right. So intelligent commerce, really we're focusing on artificial intelligence, as I've already mentioned, focusing on the outcome, right? Being able to go through and, not just have merchandising for merchandising's sake, but actually have measured outcomes to be able to go through and figure out, is my merchandising approach working? What do I need to do to make adjustments? Where can I find additional areas of innovation that I could potentially leverage to expand my commerce footprint, increase conversions, whatever KPIs you're trying to take in, you're trying to achieve. It's really important to have that focus on the outcomes and then take and monitor those outcomes to make sure, across all my customers, all their experiences are consistent. I'm still getting my corporate brand out, but I'm personalizing everything to make maximum advantage of the platform I have in front of me. Okay. So within the commerce platform itself, obviously, we embrace things like agile deployment options, being able to get up and running in a short number of days, leveraging microservices. Our development focus from the Commerce Cloud product over the last 18 months has been around making more and more microservices available. Making the product cloud native, being able to leverage technologies like Docker and Kubernetes to be able to take in, allow things like automated scaling, being able to take in, adjust on the fly to surges. We've got multiple customers with the COVID-19 predicament we're all in, where they've seen traffic increases of over 30% to their websites. And these aren't even necessarily just grocery customers. This is, a broad base of our general retail customers are seeing these kinds of traffic increases. And without a cloud native architecture, there's no way you can take and be able to accurately or easily adjust to those large swings in traffic. So, you're definitely able to take and deliver that tailored experience to all your customers. Our deployment, our solution is tailored to you as a company, to allow you to take and innovate at your own schedule, at your own pace to deliver what you need to deliver to your customers. And we also take and deliver, the analytics, the intelligence for you to be able to go through and monitor, how is my site performing? If I'm running multiple sites on the same instance, how are all my individual sites performing? How's my database performing? This is all part of the standard Commerce Cloud solution delivered by SAP, this ability to go in and take in, get insights into what I'm actually delivering to my consumers, how they're interacting with my site, and what impact it's having on my business to be able to take and deliver that. And finally, I just want to wrap up with, again, emphasizing the ability to close the loop on it. It's not enough to just put an experience out there. I need to make sure that experience is personalized, it's adapted to my consumers, how they want to interact with me across multiple devices, across multiple channels. I want to be able to take and manage that. I want to measure it, and I want to create that feedback loop to go back in, so I'm continually refining, continually getting better, and ultimately driving a better experience.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for your presentation. And then you could just pass the screen over to me, and then we will have Hans present a little bit more about his experience with the SAP Commerce Cloud platform. I'll say just one quick question before we get to that. Sorry about that, Hans. Looks like someone sent in for you, Pat. SAP Commerce Cloud is a hosted environment for on-premise hybris. It is not a cloud-native solution. Is that correct?
No, that isn't correct. So our earlier versions of Commerce Cloud were essentially our on-premise solution running within SAP infrastructure. Starting about almost 2 years ago, which is when we added support for Docker images and Kubernetes for orchestration. It is now a true cloud platform. It will auto scale. It runs in public cloud infrastructure. It provides an automated self-service tooling for customers to manage their own builds and deployments, set up their own VPN connections, as well as APIs for them to trigger things like automated builds and things along those lines. So it is now a cloud native platform because Docker allows me to go through and create these images of my application, so that when I do need to scale up, Kubernetes can say, hey, I need 3 more pods delivered to the storefront experience to handle the increased load, or I need to beef up the pods that are integrated to my order management system or my SAP back office. So those are cloud native technologies, and since release 6.7, which is about 2 years ago, we have been leveraging those. So the old running on SAP infrastructure product is a very different offering than what we're delivering today.
And awesome. So Hans, if you can take over now.
Yeah, my name's Hans Swanson. I'm with Omega Engineering. Currently, I'm leading the web development efforts across 2 systems. We have a homegrown legacy system that is supporting 21 websites currently, and we've migrated 2 of our websites to SAP Hybris. And we're also a global company. I think we have about 12 languages across all of our sites. Not able to go to the next slide. Oh, there we go. Okay. Omega was founded in Stamford, Connecticut in 1962 by Betty Hollander. We were acquired by Spectrus Company in 2011. Our company's famous for these catalogs you can see here in the screenshot. And basically, we would send out these catalogs to engineers, and they would have them on their desks. So this was pre-websites. And then in the early 2000s, we actually took that catalog and built our first e-commerce website. So we were a very early adopter, which is unique for B2B. So I think our first website was up in 2001. And again, it closely mirrored the catalog. Now we're currently undergoing a big digital transformation. And like I said, we have 2 websites that we put on SAP Hybris. Along with that, we also have Salesforce for our CRM, so that was brand new. We have Boomi that's in between the systems, and then we also had to make major upgrades to our ERP system. So it's been a busy couple of years. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paraphrase this. So RC has been along for the ride. They've been a very valuable partner. Our relationship has been fruitful. We decided to launch our Canadian website first. I think it's the second or third largest site. And we did this for two reasons. One was it's multilingual, so we wanted to see how SAP handled multiple languages because that's really important to our business. And the other reason we launched Canada before the US is because it's a smaller site. So after that successful launch, we went ahead and moved on with our main site, which is omega.com for USA customers. So these are some of the key pieces in our architecture. So M4 Sightline is our ERP system. Like I talked about, we installed Salesforce. CyberSource is our payment gateway. We have Avalara for tax. Now we're onboarding Avatax for a project we're working on for cert capture. We have Power BI that we brought in, AWS CPQ, and then we're also leveraging Akamai. Okay, so these are some of the key projects that we've been working on directly with Royal Cyber. So we've enhanced our search capabilities. We had to mold our data model to fit with search. We've enhanced the algorithms. We introduced exact match and auto correction. And we've also enhanced did you mean? And then next on our roadmap is actually indexing and searchable non-product content. So we have a lot of articles and a lot of knowledge out there for engineers. So we're going to start indexing that and serving it via search. Being a supplier, we had to come up with a custom solution for scheduled shipments because people order parts on a regular basis. So that's definitely been an improvement, especially for sales. Customized promotion rules. So we have some complexity around pricing. We have volume discounts. So if you order, 10 of something, you'll get one price. If you order 100, you'll get a better price. But we also had to introduce rules around coupon codes. So, the system will give the customer the better deal. That was not out of the box. We also have to deal with contract pricing where the reverse is true. So if they're going to get a volume discount, well, they've signed a contract and we have to give them the set price that's for the contract. So that was another customization. And when we started doing this, things were messy because we're using an Excel file to upload all these different rules. So we did another customization and we introduced what we call product codes and family codes. And basically business users can come into the back office and they can manage all this and we don't have Excel sheets floating around. So that's been a big benefit. We just released RMA. We've been wanting it for 20 years. We've automated the return process, which has been great. And then we also had to tweak how quotes work. So they're auto approved. They go directly to Salesforce. And then another big that we had was Omega honors the price for 30 days. So that was not out of the box with Hybris. I had to configure it to allow for that. So again, RC is a valued customer, or a valued partner. We've had a really good relationship. And I will say, they've worked well with other integrators. So RC is not only our only integrator. We have a testing team. We've actually brought in other integrators to help out with various projects. So from that standpoint, they've been extremely great to work with. And we're obviously, moving forward with them. And in this climate that the globe is living in, it's been very helpful with their flexibility. And then some projects on the roadmap. So we're trying to get out of the SAP data center, as you guys were talking about. You can move to the cloud. So we need to upgrade to the newest version. I think our current version is 6.0 19.4.0.3, but we're going to upgrade to 1905. Then after that, we're going to move to Azure Cloud. We have 23 multilingual websites, so that's another very large project. The goal is to bring everyone into SAP Hybris. And then we're also continuing to enhance our integration with Salesforce Marketing Cloud.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Han. Like I said, nothing but good words that we hear about you from our team here.
Thanks. Yes.
All right. So now just a little bit more about Royal Cyber's SAP Commerce Cloud practice. As you can see here, we have a great list of clients and references. And I think what you're really able to take from Hans's presentation is that we grow as our clients grow. And because of all of our partnerships, our experience, and our flexibility to cater to each of our clients' individual needs. So you see here, we have 4 pretty big wins as far as our implementations go. And we also have a slew of accelerators at the ready, such as mobile applications with live tracking. Fletcher Building, our client in New Zealand, a $5 billion construction supply company, was able to see a real customer confidence during this COVID situation because of that implementation, which actually went live just a week before the lockdowns began. We most recently launched a 1905 upgrade for West Marine, a 129 million boating company. And all of these implementations have been accomplished with the use of our onshore-offshore model, which allows us to cater to your budgetary needs as well. And that's something that a lot of our clients in general, both in hybris and other technologies, have been able to really lean on us. We've been able to help them with that during this time where budgetary constraints are kind of a large thing. And so all of our services as a whole, watching performance and quality enhancements, for instance, we actually have a caching tool that can help pretty well with that. Fast upgrades and migrations, which is something that I know Pat touched on, innovative commerce implementations, and of course, quality managed services. And so our special offer here for everyone joining this webinar is that we are offering a month of free managed services using our offshore team that has certified hybris developers. So really, the big thing right now, businesses are struggling with the financial impact of COVID. And so we really want to offer this just to let them know that they'll at least be able to maintain their sites throughout this time. And really best thing with us is that these are 24/7 services, and we'll be able to cover the US hours with pricing as low as $25 per hour, senior consultants and subject matter experts with expertise in multiple technology areas. So although we're offering this to everyone here on the webinar, this isn't just SAP Commerce Cloud exclusive. If you have other technologies that we can help you out with, we'd be more than happy to do that for you. And also, again, the first month is free. If you decide to continue with us, it will actually be 3 months deferred payment. So May wouldn't be paid for until August. And probably one of the best things when it comes to our offshore resources is that we have these automated solutions across RPA, ServiceNow, testing automation, and DevOps, to where we're really able to cut down your long-term costs even after things start to rebuild once this is all hopefully over. And that will be pretty much it. All right, awesome. Thank you again, Hans and Pat, for joining us. It was a great webinar, and look forward to working with you more in the future. Yep, thank you. Yep, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at Royal Cyber, and we'll make sure to get you the right information. Thank you, guys.